Hi, Aries, and welcome to your 2025 forecast. We are going to be bringing in messages, guidance, support, advice, prediction even, about things that you need to know about. We have 6 different questions we're going to be asking and talking about, okay? So the cards are there and ready. I'm going to clarify with tarot. But let's get right into this, Aries, okay? No time like the present. Let's talk about 2025 and, just the energy coming in and surrounding it. So, challenge you may face, Aries, in 2025. And we have passion ignited. Okay. Normally with Aries energy, you are the people that are very ignited, active, impulsive, outgoing, that want to take initiative. Maybe for some of you, you're going to have a little bit of a issue, setback, we could even call it, run into situations where it might not be that easy for you to get fired up and passionate about things, okay? Let's get a tarot here. Because just, that's Aries energy. But, we all have different things in our charts. We also have different things going on in our lives in the day-to-day, Aries. And this just may be hard for you to pull on that energy that you normally have to get excited and passionate about things, okay? Don't worry. It just could be a challenge. Could it come up once in 2025 for you? Maybe. Could it be a reoccurring theme that you're already going through and carry into 2025? And they're saying this is a challenge that you're facing. So, love it. Let's take a little time out. We can call it sleep on it. Just get quiet with yourself. But there needs to be some clarity. There needs to be clarity surrounding. And this is if it hasn't happened. And when it does, you need to get clear. You need to get to the bottom of it. You need to be sure about what it is that's causing this. You need to be truthful as well because it's swords. So if something, does come up where you're like, oh, I'm not feeling my normal, usual get up and go. Normally I'd be chomping at the bit about whatever area of your life this may be. You may need to just take a little quiet time, a little solitude, a little rest. For some of you, you may get your clarity when you sleep on things, okay? However it works for you with spirit, God, source, universe, or whomever it is for you, that's what you need to do. That's the advice and guidance. You need to get clear. You need to be truthful about the why, because I feel like you're going to know the why. We usually do. Sometimes we just don't like it, right? So that's there. Let's talk about positive energy to embrace, or maybe something that can bring you joy. We have victory and success. Okay. So, not uncommon when we have small victories, small successes, big victories, big successes in our life. We don't necessarily celebrate it, okay? Maybe you don't want the attention. Maybe you, feel, like, what I'm thinking of, what they're showing me, when you're out at a restaurant and the waiters come, it happened to me once, like a long, long time ago, and they even flipped the light up. It was like a pendant light over the table, and they flipped it up and were shining it in my face and singing happy birthday, and I was dying inside, okay? And, I was also in my 20s, and I was not someone who was look at me, like that was not my personality. Probably now I'd be okay with it, absolutely, but back then, absolutely not. It's that kind of thing. You don't want to be in the spotlight, okay? Some of you do, and that's great. Then embrace the victory and successes in your life. Celebrate them. Let them bring you joy, and let that joy be shown and overflowing and sharing it with whomever and wherever, right? But for others of you, you may be a little more shy or quiet in that area, and they're saying, okay, you don't need to be out with the pendant light shining up on your face, on your person, but you still should celebrate them because it is a victory and a success in whatever area of your life it is, and share it with other people. Okay? Don't be afraid to pat yourself on the back. That is a positive energy to embrace, Aries, for you, okay? It will bring you joy, all right? It's gonna, because, you know, you're celebrating with people, hopefully, and it will be happy and fun and joyful and all of those things. They want you to start doing that this year. Look, if you jumped on the Wheel of Fortune and something good has happened to you because of it, because you took a chance, you worked hard for something, you had a dream and you went after it, whatever it is, you took advantage of a positive spinning wheel, then don't be afraid to say so. I feel very passionate about it. I almost feel they want you to have the same type of passion about celebrating it. I feel like you really need to do this for yourself. It's going to change you in some way. Maybe it just brings more joy and positivity into your life in some way. And that's not to say that whatever this is where you're going to have victory and success, that you're not already feeling it. Maybe for some of you, it could be that you're just like, oh, well, you know what? I worked hard. It happened. They're saying no. Celebrate that. You worked hard for that, okay? So it might be for some of you matter-of-fact Aries that are just like, well, that's what happens. And for others, it's, you know what? You really need to pat yourself on the back. And not in a boastful, egoic way, okay? No. But you know what I mean. Now, what is a negative shadow energy for you to work on, Aries? Temptation. Oh, the old devil energy. That old devil energy. What is it, Aries, that has its hooks in you? What has you shackled? What are you chained to? It can be people, it can be places, it can be things, it can be whatever is not good for you. Whatever is not, is it too much shopping? Is it overeating? Is it alcohol? Whatever it is it serial dating? Whatever, okay? Whatever area of your life, negativity in general, that does not serve your highest purpose, that isn't good for you, that's what you need to work on. Literally here with temptation, the things that tempt you. You literally need to work on your negative shadow energy. That's the negative shadow energy you need to work on. Usually for some of the signs, right, it will be a specific thing, right? Or a specific, pardon me, area. For you, it literally is. This may tell us a little more, but it's literally you need to work on the negative shadow energy of the devil energy, that tempting energy that's just not good for you, okay? We have the Nine of Pentacles, normally a positive card. In the context of this, two things. You could really be tied to money, the fame, the power, all negative and shadow, okay? You should be happy and celebrate if that comes to you, but not chasing it and needing more. I must have, I need to, if he has a BMW, I need a Mercedes, you know, that kind of thing. You know, if he has an Audi, I need a Land Rover, whatever, SUV type of thing, okay? I don't even know if those cars are kind of comparable, but maybe not. I really don't know. What I can tell you is it's chasing that greed, okay? For some of you, maybe that's what it is, needing to one up whatever the Joneses have. All right? It can also be for some of you, the negative shadow energy is, well, it kind of does go back into the success, right? It could be working too hard. Not spending enough time with your family, your loved ones, your significant others, spending all of your time at work and not giving yourself any time for rest, relaxation, enjoyment, or play. Okay? It's those type of things. That's what you need to work on. What do you need to make room for, Aries? Disruption, card number 16. Oh, well, that's a new one. Disruption, the Tower. You need to make room for it. Okay. I understand. It could be coming right off the back of this, being it's 15 and 16, of course. But the Tower is when what isn't built on a solid foundation, what is in your life and shouldn't be, what is, again, not good for you, is all going to come tumbling and crashing down because it needs to. There may be a lesson that needs to be learned. It just simply isn't good for you. Spirit needs to bring your attention to whatever this area is in your life, and you're not paying attention or refuse to pay attention. So they create a big old disruption. They need to get our attention somehow. So sometimes it's in the form of a Tower moment. But you need to make room for it. And here I'm bringing back my story. If you've heard it, I'm sorry. If you haven't, I was on vacation. I was riding one of those UTV, utility vehicles, like a big four-wheeler car, whatever you want to call it, to the Grand Canyon South Rim. It was beautiful. We're going through the woods, the trees, the trunks of the trees look kind of burnt, kind of like, when they do decorative burning. I want to say it that way. It's not like crispy black. It kind of looks decoratively burned, but that's not what it is. I asked about it. I also noticed that in the forest, this was in April, there wasn't a lot of brush or anything. That's because they do what they call controlled burns, because it's very dense forest there. Or the route we were on anyway, through the woods and particular areas, they did a controlled burn so that if lightning strikes, it doesn't turn into a full raging out of control, because they've kind of charred the tree trunks almost, and they've gotten rid of all the underbrush. Okay, so point of this, you can control the Tower. So suggestion is, I'm going to get a tarot too, rather than trying to fight it, right? Not wanting to work on it, letting it control, rather than trying to fight it, love it. You need to go with the flow. You need to be willing to be the fool and just step out into a new way of doing, a new way of being, getting rid of what's no longer serving you. Let it crash and burn so that you can bring in what does. I talk about my new and full moon readings, Aries. Check them out. It's the sign you see on the thumbnail doesn't mean it's just for that sign. That's the energy around that new moon or full moon, and it changes every month, as does the area that you want to bring in stuff for and want to release stuff from. Check it out. It's like going on a brand new journey. It's making a change for the positive, and you're going to do it. You're stepping out like, you know what? This wasn't working, but you go with the flow. Don't try to fight it, okay? You need to make room in your life to bring in what serves you and what is good for you, whether it's people or things or whatever, energy, okay? But you need to get rid of the old stuff first. Like I always say too, it's kind of like, it's like the death card. I think of them both very similar, I can't say it, in similar ways. Because it's like you buy new furniture for your living room, for your family room. You just don't bring that furniture in and set it on top of or in front of or beside the old furniture. No, you get rid of the old furniture. It's no longer needed. It's that kind of thing. All right, Aries, let's talk about what you need to avoid. Do you see this? They are showing a tree that has been planted with a beautiful root system down here, with loving hands, I feel like, coming in to protect it. They want you to avoid blocking your own prosperity. How do you do? How could you block your prosperity? Based on this reading, I'm loving it. Not celebrating yourself. Not getting clear about why your passion maybe has been challenging or blocked up here. You need to avoid all of this negative shadow energy. You need to avoid fighting the tower moment that needs to happen. If you're doing those things, you're blocking your own prosperity. What would be good for you? The good that could come in and happen to you, right? This success and victory. Oh, this card come out, Knight of Swords. Yeah. You can't block your own prosperity. You need to set out like the Knight of Swords with, I am going to achieve whatever this is. This, whatever, right? I'm going to achieve working through this stuff. I am going to get to my goal. I'm not going to block it. You're going to go out like a house of fire, right? Like here with this sword, you are going to be clear. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. I am ambitious. I am driven to succeed. You want to avoid believing that you don't deserve that. You want to avoid blocking your own prosperity with negative thoughts and energy or trying to build things on a foundation that's not solid. Ooh, Aries, this is a work one for you too. But look, this is spirit laying it down. They're like, we speak truth, not to hurt you, but to help you realize these things. And 2025 is your year to start working on them, to get clear about it. I love it. But I'm a fan of working on things that don't work. It could be who I am. It's probably why I like doing these messages for people. And well, I already know it's exactly why and probably why they chose me to do it, right? Because I don't mind telling people, come on, guys, this is what we need to do. Trust me, it's going to all work out for the better. And I can say things have worked out for me in the better because I've done this. Sometimes it takes more than one try, but eventually you get there. So I just want to say that. Now, let's do what opportunity or opportunities should you seize or grab a hold of? And we have positive movement forward. Love it. Sailing off into the sunset, okay? Or in this case, I want to say the sunrise. This is embracing fire energy, okay, Aries? This is you, all right? You embrace your fire energy, your enthusiasm, your passion, your impulsiveness, your expressing yourself, taking initiative, being the extrovert sometimes. Embrace all of that. So any opportunity, and they're going to send it to you, Spirit is, whether it's just energy they send and you kind of tune into yourself, or whether it's a situation, event, a person, people that they'll bring in, that's what they're going to do. They're like, there is positive movement forward here for you. Up here, you may feel at times like that passion's a little blocked. It needs to be ignited. You just need to get clear about why it's being blocked. Celebrating yourself. Awesome. That's positive movement forward. Getting rid of this shadow, going with the flow and allowing yourself a new start, not blocking your prosperity, okay? Because you're building things on a solid foundation so they can grow. Those are all positive things. So whenever an opportunity comes in and around you to grab a hold of something positive, something that's forward moving, you better take it. Oh, that sounded so parental. You better take that. No, but seriously, like grab a hold of it. It's the Empress. It's them bringing into you all of the ways that you can grow and bring abundance and prosperity and passion and victory and success into your life. They are going, if you're willing to do this bit of work, they're going to throw these little things out at you all through the year. And you just need to grab a hold of it, even when you don't feel like it, even when your ego steps in, Aries, and says, no, that's not a good idea. When really your heart and your soul and your gut's saying to you, it is a good idea. I'm too tired. I can't do it. I don't deserve it. Whatever. I shouldn't celebrate my success. You need to do it. The Empress is the queen of all queens. She draws all of her energy from within. She's nurturing. She's grounded. She's creative. She's receptive. She plants the seeds. She nurtures them. She's ambitious and courageous. She's all of those things. So anything that sounds like that, you get your Empress on and you grab a hold of it, Aries, and you go for it, okay? So positive. They're going to send it to you. They're going to send it to you. I'm repeating myself. They're going to send it to you, and more than one time, because they want you moving out of this and going with the flow here to have the start. They want you celebrating. They want you passionate and energetic and enthusiastic. They don't want you blocking yourself, basically, from goodness. So Aries, wow, what a reading. I just want to say, I wish you all the best for 2025. Put in a little hard work. It's going to pay off, okay? Also, thank you if you've been supporting me for 2024 and maybe even earlier than that. If you're new to my channel, this is the first one that you've watched, welcome. Please subscribe. I'm trying to grow my little channel. Hit that like button. It helps, of course, as you know, with the channel to get the messages out there. And, you know, all the best to you in 2025. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in some new readings. Maybe the moon, full moon and new moon. Check those out. Just go in and take a peek. There's a pick a card in there too. Test the pick a cards. I know sometimes people like just for their zodiac sign, but trust that intuition and go in and maybe try a pick a card sometime and just, you know, Aries, take it for a spin. Okay? It's positive forward movement. Thank you. Bye-bye.